Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. So almost all we have completed the project. Now it's time for us to deploy this project. Before deploying this project, I want to try to tell you about the security rules. So if you go to our firebase.google.com, so here this is our firebase.google.com. I will try to show you from first onwards, and I am clicking on the get started. And here in the get started, this is our project app, right? So this is our project and this is our app. And here in this project, what I want to tell you is, let's go to the cloud database, not the real-time database. This time we are using the Firestore database. Now here this is the Firestore database. And now here if you try to click on the rules, so right now we are having insecurity rules. That means anyone can access. So if you know my app and all those things, if you clone the GitHub repository of this project, you can also access my cloud database. So this should not happen. So only my project should access the database. Now what I want to tell you is, so here the condition is written in such a way that match any document. So that means any documents present, it will allow read and write. So it will allow read and write if request.time. So the time is less than. So that means it is something around 30 days from the database creation. So from up to 30 days, the security rules will be there. From then onwards, the database will not support to read and write for anybody. So here we need to write rules in such a way that only the authentication user can able to read and write. Here in our project, if you try to see, so this is our notes, right? So if I try to see, if I try to show you leela@leela.com 1 2 3 4 5 6, here I am able to get the access of this Leela notes. For example, let's say that we are having an authentication. Let's try to open the authentication. Here I will open the authentication. So that means the list of users that are logged in. If you try to access the test@test.com, so we have logged in with the Leela, right? So if you want to access with the test@test.com, so if I want to access the data, so that means here I can replace it with like this. So if I replace this one, and if you see the output, now here the user is logged in with leela@leela.com, but he is able to access the test user nodes. Why? Because I have hard coded the here, and I am able to access the Leela user can able to access the test user nodes. So this should not happen. So what we need to do? So Leela should be able to access only his nodes only, and test should be able to access his own nodes only. So here that is nothing but in our database. If you try to see our data, okay. So this user, so this is the test user and this is the Leela user. So only single user can able to access his own collection, his own document. Other than that, other documents he should not able to access it. Only his document he should be able to access. So we need to write rules in such a way. Not only the authentication, he should be authenticated user, and also the only his documents, only he should be able to allow read and write. Other user documents, we should not allow him to read and write. So in order to make this one work, what we need to do is, so let's open this white app. Okay, in this white app, so what I will try to do is, so here let's go into our Firebase. So here, now here how we can do is, let's go to the rules here. In these rules, if you try to see here, this rule already we have discussed it. If you want to know more about these rules and all those things, you can click on the development test, and here you can try to read the document. If you click on this read document, here at the bottom you will be able to see the security rules. If you click on the security rules, let's go to the get started. So here these are the rules. So how to write the basic rules and all those things. So just you'll try to understand the basic rules. So here security rules language like this. Let's go on one by one. So here you'll be able to see the methods, if condition, how we need to write these all the things. So we will be able to see these all things. If anybody want to learn about the security rules, you can learn it here. So now we need to write a basic security rule, right? So I am clicking on that basic security rules. Here you will be able to see basic, so locked mode. So if you keep it allow read write, if false means so it is in the locked mode. And here you will be able to see if request not equal to null means, so then only the authenticated user only will be able to access it. Production ready rules means, so here this is the thing which you want to get it. So here the request.auth is not equal to null, and also the request.auth.userid should be equal to user ID of the document. Here let's copy this one. So I will try to explain you one by one. So here I will copy this one. and here let's close this one, and I will be commenting out this rule. Now here what is the condition it has been written is, now the condition what it has been written is, so here if you try to see, I will paste it this code. Yeah, so here we need to match some collection. Some collection is nothing but here the collection is users in that of that particular user ID and the documents, any documents, so which has that user ID. So we need to allow read or write. If the request.auth is not equal, so request.auth is not equal to null means it should be logged in, and also request.auth.user ID. So in the request variable you will be able to have the auth and the user ID. So it should be equal to the document user ID. So this is the code, this is the security rule, we need to write it. Now if you try to see here, I am in the leela@leela.com, right? And I am trying to access the test user, so which I have already hard coded it here in order to have a clear understanding. Now if you see here, if I refresh this page, so here if you try to see, and now this time I am able to access it, right? So now what is the thing? So this one is already user test or what? Leela@leela.com. Okay. Still we are able to access it, right? So what is happening here? So let's go into our notes, and here we need to click on the publish, so unpublished changes. So this one we haven't saved it. So now if you click on this publish, so it has been saved it. Now if you try to access this one, so let's see that whether we are able to access this one or not. So now here we got an error, so that is permission is denied. Now if I try to go back to the previous thing, so that means the logged in user only should be able to access means, then if I click on save, so here I will be able to access the only particular Leela. Now if I log in with an test@test.com, so test@test.com, if I try to access it, now if I click on login, now I will be able to access this test user nodes only. So that means only that particular user only can be able to access his own documents only. Other user documents he will not be able to access. This is the security rule which we have it written it. So here we need to match the users, that is nothing but our data which you will be having here. You will be able to see the users here. This is the users collection, and the document is nothing but user ID, and this all documents, whatever the documents are available, now collection or documents are available. So those all the documents you should be able to access it. Here you should be able to exit, allow read write, and this is if condition, and it should be logged in, and also request.auth.user ID is equal to this user ID. So this document you should match with the request.auth.user ID. So this is how we will be writing the security rules. If you want to learn more about the security rules and all those things, so I already told you, right, the documentation and all those things are available here. So you can go through this all documentation in order to learn about the security based rules and all those things. And this is all about the code. So there is nothing need to be committed in this Firebase, what I can say, code point of view. So this is all through the Firebase security rules point of view. I am not committing this all the code. Hope you understood about the security rules concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.